What's up, fight fans? Okay, Dillan Whyte says, Wilder ducks again. He's cruel to face an old pensioner. Heavyweight contender Dillan Whyte has erupted after WBC champion Deontay Wilder made a decision to finalize an agreement to fight Luis Ortiz in a rematch in the fall. Whyte ranked at number 1 for some time by the WBC and has been pushing to get a crack at Wilder for the last 2 years. For whatever reason, the sanctioning body has passed him over and approved Dominic Breazeale as the mandatory challenger. Earlier this month, Wilder blew away Breazeale in a single round with a brutal one-punch knockout at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Wilder knocked out Ortiz in the 10th round last March, also at Barclays Center. Ortiz had Wilder in serious trouble in the 7th round of the fight. Whyte, who faces Oscar Rivas on July 20th, sees no reason for Wilder to fight Ortiz again. Deontay Wilder has ducked once again. If people don't believe he's running from the big fights by now, then I don't know what to tell them. He's fighting Luis Ortiz again because he's a shithouse. It's the easiest of the fights for him. Ortiz is a fake boogeyman. His best win by far is over Bryant Jennings, who has been knocked out by my next opponent, the unbeaten Oscar Rivas, Whyte told Talk Sports. There's this myth that the ancient Ortiz is avoided, but the reality is that he has turned down multiple offers to fight me. I have even some sympathy for Anthony Joshua, as Ortiz turned down fights and then waits until the opponent has another fight arranged before claiming that they're avoiding him. He's rejected $7 million to face AJ this coming Saturday. Guaranteed he's getting a lot less than that for the Wilder rematch. Which makes absolutely no fucking sense. And I emphasize the profanity, not Mr. Whyte. This is the Two Hands Up Show. What's up, fight fans? It's 3K the Boss, aka Mr. Two Hands Up. Bah, bah. You know what it is. Okay, so I have to thank Dillan Whyte. Now, in any normal circumstance, Dillan Whyte would not be coming to the rescue of AJ, and I'm not saying that he is, but in a sense, he is, kind of. Oxymoronish of me to say, kind of. But true. Now, I'll continue. Dillan Whyte is very correct. Now, his last credible fucking win was against Bryant Jennings. This guy has never been a champion. He turned down $7 million to fight Anthony Joshua to go fight Deontay Wilder. Now, we all know that they're overpaying Deontay Wilder for these bouts, considering he's not filling up the seats. They gave him $10 million for the fight against Breazeale because Joshua's team was going to pay him $20. So, with that being said, how do you turn down a fucking fight with Anthony Joshua for 4 belts and $7 million to go fight Deontay Wilder again? And as you know, and this isn't even about Luis Ortiz, this is more about Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder, dude, like, let's be serious here. Like, this guy is old as hell. Tyson Fury already revealed the fact that this guy is not 40 and now, and nobody in their right mind believes that shit anyway. So, with that being said, who really wants to see this fight? And these Wilder stands and those media outlets are going to stand behind him tooth and nail to the point they're going to fucking follow Deontay Wilder in hell with fucking gasoline jumpsuits and gasoline thongs on. I promise you that. Because let's be serious here. Nobody wants to see this fight. And I'm telling you, I really don't like nuke food. If I go to Asahi and I get me a Japanese stir fry, I want to finish that shit there. You know, when they do the cool shit with the onions and the volcano, chopping up on rice and shit like that. Yeah, I want to enjoy that and I want to experience the full flavor of the food as it comes off the hibachi grill. I don't like my stir fry microwave. And that's exactly what this is. This is some stir fried bullshit. And Deontay Wilder knows exactly why he's doing it. You have Dillan Whyte on his tail and number 1 fighting Oscar Rivas. That's not hard to deny. They can't keep denying him his reasonable right to fight Deontay Wilder as a mandatory, considering that we are going to be closing out this year faster than anything. So he's going to have to give Dillan Whyte a shot. He's going to have to give Tyson Fury a shot, or he's going to have to give Anthony Joshua a shot. And if he doesn't give one of those 3 fighters a shot, then he's going to go down as the biggest dusser that walks the planet. Over here, he'll go down as a fuckboy, a fraud, a pussy, a coward, a clown, a fuck nigga, a herb, all of the above. But I'll continue. You know, I'm not here to bash on Wilder. I'm just here to be unbiased. And the truth is, man, this is garbage. Now, I've already explained to you in Volume 3 of Kill Shot exactly where Mr. Wilder's head is. And Mr. Wilder's head is in the clouds, man. I mean, gosh, man, this guy is so protected. I'm telling you, man. Al Heyman is officially becoming the Kevin Costner of the boxing world. And I mean, he is the bodyguard. He is guarding this man's body more than anything, man. I mean, this dude's balls got to be the size of pistachios right now because, I mean, look at the moves he's making. Now, it's funny that you say that you and all parties are talking, as you like to say. Sounds kind of Boston. I ain't no Alabama in that talking. It sounds more like Boston. But, you know, it's funny that you and all of these guys are talking and you and Anthony Joshua need to sit down and hash this out. And once you put that invitation out, he agrees and he says, you know, after my fight on June 1st, I would like to sit down and talk to Wilder too so we can get this shit done. So what do? You pull the move that we all expect you to pull and you announce a Luis Ortiz fight, a supposed venue at the Staples Center. We don't know if it's pay-per-view or it's going to be Showtime Premium. We don't know pretty much we don't know the simple basics of what is going on here, other than the simple elementary statement that you gave on your Twitter that got you fucking bombed by every fan, American and British. Now, like I said, you know the Wilder stands are going to follow him to the ends of the earth. Gasoline overalls and gasoline thongs and drawers on. And they are comfortable with that because they would rather protect him than admit to the truth that Anthony Joshua is doing greater things and Anthony Joshua is really putting on the pressure and he really wants to fight. So, agreeing to the sit down, you opted to go the other way. So, Dillan Whyte is 100% correct. Because at what point in Dillan Whyte's life does he like protecting Joshua? Genuinely can't stand the guy. He calls him a fake, a phony, and everything else under the sun. And you know, shit. I mean, I'm kind of, you know, glad for real. Honestly, you know, we get to close this Dillan Whyte chapter in the fall because it seems that we're going to be fighting Dillan Whyte. And I'm absolutely cool with that. He's a top-notch fighting man. But honestly, I don't know if that's the best choice for Dillan Whyte because if he loses, there goes that WBC mandatory. Now, is the WBC mandatory going to happen? I don't know. You know how Mauricio Suleiman plays that shit with Deontay Wilder, man. They got, you know, Al Heyman got that nigga nuts in a sling. Man, that's all I got for y'all today. I can't expand on this shit anymore. Shout out to Dillan Whyte for keeping it 100 done. This is the Two Hands Up show, and I am 3K the boss, Mr. Two Hands Up, 5-5. You know what it is, man. Dillan Whyte, respect.